Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something that really hits home for everyone, I think. It's all about understanding how we give and, well, how we receive love,
Exactly. We're diving into this concept of love languages.
which comes from Dr. Gary Chapman's work, right?
That's the one. And the core idea is pretty simple but profound. We all experience love, but the way it really lands for us, the way it resonates, that can be really different from person to person.
Almost like different emotional dialects.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah, dialects.
And that makes so much sense, doesn't it? It explains why sometimes you feel like you're pouring affection onto someone.
And it just doesn't seem to connect.
Right. You might just be speaking different languages, emotionally speaking. So Dr. Chapman found there are 5 main ones.
Yes, 5 primary love languages, and that's what we're going to unpack today.
Because recognizing these differences, well, it can be a total game changer.
Oh, absolutely. For partners, friends, family, any relationship, really.
Okay, so let's list them out. What are the 5?
We've got words of affirmation,
Okay.
acts of service, receiving gifts,
Right.
quality time,
Uh-huh.
and physical touch.
Just hearing the list, I'm already starting to think, okay, which ones sound like me?
And most people find they have maybe one, sometimes two, that are dominant. Those are the ones that truly make them feel, well, seen and loved.
Okay, let's dive deeper then. Let's really get into each one. First up, words of affirmation. What's the essence of this one?
Well, for people whose main language is words of affirmation, it's all about the verbal stuff. Verbal expressions of love, appreciation. They're incredibly impactful.
So more than just a casual thanks.
Oh yeah, much more. We're talking heartfelt compliments, really genuine thank yous, words of encouragement when things are tough.
And the simple I love yous, I guess.
Those two, absolutely. And even thoughtful messages. For these individuals, hearing these words is like constant emotional fuel. It validates them.
So it really makes them feel seen, valued through what's actually said.
Okay, makes sense. Let's move to acts of service. This sounds straightforward, like doing stuff for people.
It does sound simple, yeah. Actions speak louder than words. Right?
Yeah.
But the key here is really the intention behind it, the thoughtfulness.
Always sad.
It's about doing things for someone else that you know they'd appreciate, stuff that lightens their load or just makes their day easier.
Like doing the dishes without being asked.
Yeah.
Or maybe running an errand they dread.
Exactly. Helping with a project, tackling a chore they hate. It's that tangible demonstration of, hey, I see you, I care, and I want to help. It shows you're willing to step up.
Right, so it's proactive support. It's not just about fairness or splitting chores. It's about actively looking for ways to help.
Got it. Okay, receiving gifts. Now, this one sometimes gets a bad rap, doesn't it? Like it's materialistic.
It really does, and that's a common misunderstanding. It's almost never about the price tag. Seriously.
So what is it about then?
For someone who values receiving gifts, it's the thought, the effort, the symbolism behind the gift. It's a tangible visual reminder that someone was thinking of them.
Ah, okay, like evidence.
Kind of. Evidence that they took the time, the effort to pick something out specifically for them. It could be flowers, a little note, a small thing that just says,
Oh, you're on my mind.
precisely. It's that feeling of being remembered and considered.
That definitely reframes it. It's the physical token of thoughtfulness. Okay, quality time. This feels super important now with, phones and constant distractions.
It really is.
Mhm.
And quality is the key word here. It means giving someone your focused, undivided attention.
No phones allowed.
Ideally, yeah, or at least minimal distractions. It's about creating moments where you're genuinely present with each other.
Like what kinds of things?
It could be really focused conversation, maybe going for a walk and just listening, watching a movie together without multitasking.
So really being there.
Exactly. The emphasis is on the quality of that interaction, that feeling of being truly seen and heard in that moment, not just sharing space.
Right, not just proximity, but actual engagement.
Okay.
Okay. And the last one, physical touch. Seems obvious, but maybe it's more nuanced.
It definitely can be. Physical touch covers a whole range, from holding hands, hugs, cuddling.
Your hand on the shoulder.
Yeah, a comforting touch, or more intimate affection too, of course. For people whose main language is touch, these physical expressions create a really powerful sense of closeness.
Like feeling secure.
Absolutely secure, loved, connected. It's a fundamental way they feel bonded to someone else emotionally.
Okay, wow. So those are the 5. Now, we've explored them, but why is knowing all this so critical? Why does understanding your own language and someone else's matter so much?
Well, because without knowing, We can just completely miss each other, even when we mean well.
How do you mean? Like an example.
Okay, imagine you naturally show love through acts of service, right? So you're always doing things for your partner, fixing stuff, running errands.
Trying to show you care.
Exactly. But what if their primary language is quality time?
Yeah.
All you're running around might not actually make them feel loved. They might still feel disconnected, wanting that focused attention.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So you're both putting in effort, but it's like lost in translation.
Totally lost in translation. And it leads to frustration, right?
Yeah.
You feel unappreciated for your efforts. They feel unseen or unloved in the way they need.
It's like using the wrong key for a lock. You can jiggle it all you want.
It's not going to open. Same idea. Or maybe you shower a friend with really thoughtful gifts because you love gifts, but what they really need is to hear you say, "You're such a great friend. I really appreciate your support."
Words of affirmation.
Right. If that's their language, the gifts might be nice, but they won't fill that core emotional need. Understanding lets us actually deliver the message effectively.
And it's not just about giving love better, is it? Knowing your own language must be important too.
Oh, hugely important. When you're clear on what truly makes you feel loved and appreciated, you can actually communicate that.
Instead of just feeling vaguely dissatisfied.
Exactly. You can say, it means so much if we could just sit and talk for a bit tonight, if you need quality time. Or hearing you say you appreciate that specific thing I did, that really makes my day, if it's words of affirmation.
So it gives you the words to ask for what you need.
It empowers you, yeah. And it guides you in loving others in ways that actually resonate with them.
Okay, so how do we figure this out for ourselves? It's not always super obvious just thinking about it.
No, sometimes it takes a bit of reflection. A good starting point is to think back. When have you felt most loved? Like really deeply appreciated? What was happening?
What did someone do or say?
Exactly. Was it a specific compliment that stuck with you? A time someone went out of their way to help you? A really meaningful gift, a moment you felt completely heard, a hug when you needed it? Those peak moments are big clues.
Okay, focus on the positive memories. What else?
Another angle, maybe less pleasant but useful, is to think about what hurts you the most in relationships.
How does that help?
Often, what upsets us most is the absence or the opposite of our primary love language. So if words of affirmation are big for you, harsh criticism might feel devastating.
Ah, okay. Or if you need quality time, constantly being ignored or interrupted.
Could feel like a major rejection. If acts of service matter, someone being lazy or not pulling their weight might really get under your skin. The hurt points to the need.
That's a really smart way to look at it. Our triggers reveal our needs. Anything else?
One more thing to consider is how you naturally show love to others. We often default to giving love in the way we prefer to receive it.
So if I'm always giving people little thoughtful presents.
Receiving gifts might be high on your list. If you're very physically affectionate, physical touch is likely important to you. If you constantly praise people.
Words of affirmation. Okay, that makes sense. Reflect on feeling loved, feeling hurt, and how you give love. Are there like tools? A shortcut?
There is. There's the official love language quiz, which is pretty popular. You can find it online easily, like at 5lovelanguages.com.
Is it helpful?
Yeah. Lots of people find it gives them a really clear picture quite quickly. It asks questions about your preferences. It's a great starting point if you're feeling a bit just reflecting.
Okay, good resource. So let's say we've done some thinking, maybe taken the quiz. We have a better idea of our own language, maybe some guesses about others. How do we actually use this knowledge to make things better?
Right. It's not just about the aha moment.
Which is about the what now.
Exactly. And the biggest what now is communication. Talk about it.
Just bring it up. Like, hey, let's talk love languages.
Pretty much. Share what you've learned about yourself. Ask them gently, what makes them feel most loved or appreciated? You might be surprised by the conversation.
Okay, open communication, then what?
And then you got to make the effort to, speak their language, even if it feels a bit unnatural for you at first.
Like if my partner needs words of affirmation, but I'm not naturally very verbal with praise.
Right. You'd make a conscious effort to notice things you appreciate and actually say them out loud. Or if they need quality time, you deliberately put your phone down during dinner.
So it's about adjusting your output to match their input needs.
Perfectly put.
Yeah.
Prioritizing their needs, not just defaulting to your own comfort zone. And remember, it's often the small, consistent things.
Not necessarily grand gestures.
Not usually, no. It's the daily hug, the regular thank you for doing that, the dedicated 10 minutes of focused chat each day. Those small, steady deposits into their love tank, as Chapman calls it, build up that connection over time.
Consistency over intensity. That's a great point. And do these languages change, like over your lifetime?
That's a really important question. Yes, they absolutely can. Major life changes, different stages of a relationship, personal growth, all these things can shift what feels most important.
So it's not like, okay, figured it out once, done forever.
Definitely not. It requires ongoing awareness, checking in periodically. Hey, is this still feeling good for you? Keeping that dialogue open is key to making sure you're both still feeling loved in ways that are meaningful now.
Wow. Okay, this has been incredibly insightful. It really feels like understanding these languages gives you a powerful toolkit for, well, everything relationship-wise.
It really does. If there's one big takeaway, it's that truly connecting, truly making someone feel loved, often means stepping outside your own preferences.
And learning to speak their language.
Exactly. When we do that, we build deeper connections, we boost happiness, we just feel more understood and cherished. It's about meeting people where they are emotionally.
Okay, so here's a challenge maybe for everyone listening. First, take a moment, do that self-discovery bit. Think about what makes you feel loved, maybe even try that quiz we mentioned.
Yeah, figure out your own primary language.
Then find someone you care about, partner, friend, family member, and just ask them. Start a conversation about what makes them feel appreciated.
You might learn something really valuable.
And finally, the action part. Try it. Intentionally do something, even small, that speaks their love language. See what happens.
Notice the difference it makes. And, we genuinely be interested, what is your primary love language?
Yeah.
Reflect on that.
Yeah. And remember, this isn't just for romance.
Oh, not at all. Think about friendships, family dynamics,
Mm.
even work relationships can benefit from understanding how people feel appreciated.
Maybe that's another deep dive for another time.
Could be. Lots to explore there.
Definitely. But for now, the big message is that love has many voices. Learning these 5 gives us a way to hear them better and to speak them more clearly. Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive.
Yeah, thank you. We're sending you all the best in all 5 languages, of course.